Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Alright, how's everyone doing? Your homeboy XtremeTony, welcoming everyone to this Friday episode of XGWL Live. Here, May 15th. As we have a double header. So, this special dedicated episode of WCDL Live. The Nick Gemini tribute show for WCDL. Later on, we're going to have the XGWL Live Nick Gemini tribute show after this live stream. I want to welcome everyone that's coming in. Sometimes it's not always go the way you want it to go. I'm at the Egyptian the Third. Is that kid? I was going to do this live stream last night, but I went out. Get this packs underway. Oh yes, and I do have the latest episode of Tammy's Dancing with Wrestling, episode 13. If you're watching, don't be shy to drop a line and say hi. Yesterday I did post, but Nick Gemini's passing. Oh yeah, one thing with Gemini passed away yesterday. And right now this is me paying tribute for both WCDL and XGWL live tonight. And now the cover. 1, 2, and that's it. And Iraq Kid getting the win over Ahmed the Egyptian III. Yeah, Snoop Dogg made a post on Facebook. Because in the short time of CW, he's made such a contribution. He's definitely making a lot of contributions in such a short time. He performs. Like, one thing is, like, he will be missed. Like, he put so much effort in a CEW character and trained to be an aspiring pro wrestler. Like, going from the CEW world to the real world, and as far as wrestling goes. So let's get the next match going. I have two team up hosses going out of here. Let's have the Romanoff brothers versus the Lakeside Crew. Let me go ahead and share the link on. I shared it on Reddit. I shared it on X. I shared a link with a few people on it would be really awesome moment to get Alexander Roman to manage his two sons in WCDL. It's going to go off. Okay. not feeling too well. So this is definitely a hoss fight for the ages. We have here just the Romanov brothers taking on third generation talent, the Lakeside crew. On the left, Bradley White III, and on the left, Bradley White III. On the right, his brother Cameron. Welcome, Ahmed. Of course, nephews of Tammy. And then Tammy's brother, Bradley Jr., the accountant in XGWL. And then their grandfather is the original Bradley White, part of the trailer park crew that wrestled in Southern California CW back throughout the late 80s and 90s, even until early 2000s. In Southern California CW, made a one-time appearance. Did Bradley White Sr. in the year-end review, fighting off against Vincent Romanov. So, long-time appearance who hasn't wrestled in 25 over 20 years. Yeah. As Cameron, like the stronger of the two, or Bradley White Jr. is more. Bradley White III is more of the taller and leaner, better with strikes. And now the tag to Bradley White III. Trained by their grandfather, Apollo. And now look at this, Vincent Romanov with that clothesline. The pair of two teams of brothers going at it in this one. Next generation CWs. And now the tag to Victor Romanov. Irish whip. Ooh. The whole USA versus Russia thing in that cover. 1, 2. Oh, good go. It should be an interesting test here because the Romanov brothers were definitely slated to be in line to get another shot at the tag titles. Well, let's see how they do here, because the Blackwell Dynasty leapfrogs to get a title opportunity, winning the WCDL tag titles against the Guapo Rage. Speaking of the Blackwell Dynasty, they are going to main event in a 6-man tag. Nice. Damn. Chase from Tammy with that one. And now look at this. Damn. Irish whip. A good counter by Bradley III. be interesting if there was a six-man tag that had Ahmed the Egyptian III teaming up with the Romanov brothers and reliving the old days of the Foreign Legion from back in the 80s. You know, as the original Ahmed the Egyptian teamed up with the Romanov brothers' dad, Alexander Romanov, was dubbed as the Soviet soldier back in the day. And now look at this. Cameron Wright. Ooh. Yeah, good eye there by Bradley Wright III. Got busted open in that one. Okay. Let's go for the next show. And there we go. I'm actually happy I've made WCDL and XGWL their own separate live stream for now. The tag for Bradley Wright III, giving a chance for the talented WCDL roster to get more of a showcase. Whereas in previous years, I would have the combined rosters every week. Now with not just these episodes of WCDL Live, but also WCDL Battle Zone, and even premium events for WCDL. I forgot to edit put some time into the description. to Cameron Wright. And now go to Cameron, top rope. Look at this. Oh! Damn, got caught midair. And he was trying to double X handle attempt. No. Vincent Romanoff caught him midair. Impressive. And now look at the strength here. Damn, face buster on the outside. Okay, this is what you want to see in a big old a hoss fight. And now referee Maria Lopez up to a 7 count. Now 8. And Vincent Romanoff taking a cheap shot at Bradley Wright III. Ooh, good counter by Cameron. And now the tag to Bradley Wright III. Look at this. Good teamwork by the Lakeside crew. Or to come up with a different team name than the famous Trailer Park crew from back in the late 80s throughout the 90s. Ooh, got down. Whew. And for the Lakeside crew, their cousin, Brianna Loco. Damn. Look at this. Cameron Wright coming exactly like the first. Yeah, sliding turn suplex. Let's have a little bit of quickness for him. Taking over the top rope. This is a very big man. Cover now. Keep ready. The power of the two. Looks like the original Trailer Park crew, how Brody was the power of the two. Jaquay. Tagging in. Bradley like the third. Both these teams have been battered and bruised throughout the whole match as a game of one-upsmanship between these True team of apostles. Look at storytelling for a season. It's like a battle. Who wants it more? And how well one team can hit the other team. See what? Look at this, Bradley right to third. Oh, back suplex onto Victor Romanov. As Vincent Romanov slow to get back up. German suplex followed up by a lariat. Cover. Oh, saved there by Cameron. Cameron right. By the Lakeside crew. Let me go see what pretty good about it now. As Cameron right in the 3 count. For the Lakeside crew. Wait, Rebel Rose hasn't, I meant to say Roxy Riot. her opponent, Akira Khan. I wonder if this is going to be a case of the match being over before it even begins. Let's see. Damn. Damn, Roxy Wright being dominated like a lot of the videos she posts on her X account. More like fetish videos than like actual wrestling. Let's see how well Roxy Wright does here in a legit wrestling match. Try to go for a spear, but just notice the size disparity between these two women. But yeah, someone that's legitimately skilled like Akira Khan. And now look at this. Oh. Roxy Riot reverses. Look at this. So I'm pretty sure she's going to want to celebrate Canada Day. I'm saying that Thanksgiving is in October. And then there's Boxing Day on December 26th. You know, Canadian specific holidays. And now Akira Khan looking to do something big here. Look at this. Oh, damn. Nice drop kick. Good play. So I can't emphasize, like, one of the things that caught my attention that is like in so many leagues that he's been in such a short time, and they're using AI to enhance his CW character, making them a true larger than life talent, because that's what you want to see in wrestling. You definitely want to see, that's what makes someone a megastar, someone that's larger than life. Not just like physically, but also like having that personality, that wow factor. He'll try to reach out with his positive and pull my hands back to his head. He knows what he's doing. He's like, I remember like a few months ago, I took a picture of the show and I think it was Google Gemini and Microsoft Copilot to make him look like a wrestler. And like, it made him look like a wrestler, still looking like the cat, like the favorite cat. And then you could probably create a CW character based on but you would have to be like a freaking agile luchador type. And so, a lot of people have dubbed him as the official XGWL cat. Now it's covered by Roxy Riot, only this whole thing is a 2 count. One thing is like a nice moonsault by Roxy Riot. Like I don't. Okay, one thing is like for all of us in CW, like we do have lives outside of this hobby. Because keep in mind, I do have a full-time job and a side gig. There are going to be times I'm working 60 plus hours a week and making time to go to the gym 5 days a week. Wanting to go out, sing karaoke, finding me somebody. Me. You get anyone else? As the beating throughout the match has gone on, that a lot of the pain from Akira Khan's face has been wiped away. Now look at this. Damn, rear naked choke applied. And it has him fully locked in. Damn, but Akira Khan letting go of the hold. A little surprising, and maybe she also inflict more damage. Absolutely. Fluke, dog. Glad you can drop in. Welcome. I know it's been a while since you've been in one of the live stream, any of the shows I've put on. Welcome. Because one thing, like, anyone is welcome to partake in the live stream. And look at that hip toss. Because even though it's fluke, even though you and I don't always agree on everything, I know you're like, well, I know I got you. I got your back. If push comes to shove, if you're to need my help, I got your back. And that's the one thing that CEW has done. Like, not just in this shared hobby that we have, but it's like created a brotherhood. Even though very few of us have met in the real world. I know I did get a chance to meet Napoleon Fighter once at one of the LA Comic Con and covered out 1, 2, two and 99%, and hopefully that can change, and hopefully I can meet a few more of you in the real world in the future. Now there's, oh, damn, needed a mush there by Akira Khan. As Akira Khan getting pumped up. And now there's, ooh, springboard moonsault. That's very innovative. A woman of her size pulling off that. Oh, because Akira Khan's 5'8", 200 pounds. Compared to the maybe 5'5", like 120 pounds of Roxy Riot in LA. Ventura? Oh, Ventura County? Okay, awesome. That's like a 3-hour drive. Because I do have family in the LA area. I remember one time Autumn invited me, but I couldn't make it because of financial reasons of being able to buy a plane ticket to go to the Bay Area. Welcome, Napoleon Fighter, as in this Nick Gemini tribute show here for WCDL Live. And oh, damn. Well, one thing, because I've been to LA a lot. I have family in LA, in the LA Metro. Like, I have cousins that live in the LA area. One cousin that lives in the Inland Empire. And another cousin that lives like in LA proper. Oh, what a clothesline. And a few of my mom's friends that moved out to LA for a little bit. And I do have a great uncle that lives in Denver. My mom's uncle. Yep. And I'm still in San Diego. And then my brother's out in Arizona. Chick-fil-A's like... trying to keep my attention. He like always pulling... Look at this roll up by Roxy Riot. Another 299% moment. Man, I'm surprised how well Roxy Riot has gone toe-to-toe with Akira Khan in this one. And oh my god, Roxy Riot tapping out. No shame in that loss. I'm actually very surprised of how well Roxy Riot has fared. Because honestly, I thought that Roxy Riot would have been squashed in under 3 minutes. But you gotta remember in 2K19 that squash rate was in that game. So I got another match for you guys. Younger brother Jamar tests a lot of Bombala to take on Brandon D. I think we've mentioned how he kind of looks like Goblin Guy from the early days of XGWL. Yes, that's a lot of Bombala. So, yeah, Brandon D. and Teslada Bombala, younger brother of Jamari Mito. Oh. I swear, it does kind of this guy kind of reminds me of Galvin Glee. If you guys remember, like his theme song being very comical. It's like, I'm a gangster. I'm a straight out G. The gangster life is a life for me. Like, yo, like gangster flow. Yo. And now look at that clothesline by Brandon D. But let's see how well Brandon D can set himself apart from that from that joke of a character from the early days of XGWL. That was most wanted ass. Oh, fucker, for real. After that. Oh yeah, the one thing like I can rap too, like I've written raps before. I've been featured in rap ciphers, and now look at this, Brandon D. And also I do have an acting role to my name. Cover now. 1, 2. Yeah, joint venture movie that came out a decade ago. One thing is, honestly, there's nothing wrong with a comedy character. Because if done correctly, they can get over. I mean, look how well, like, guys like Santino Morello or R-Truth in the Big Fan of Stanford in recent years. Or even Eric Young a few times in TNA. I remember that. I remember one storyline in TNA where trying to hook up with what's her name with I forget her name, but she was a hottie, you know? I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, damn! Today's destroyed on the outside. Nothing wrong with. Yeah, still am. Just let me know if you need more promos because. Ooh, good maneuver right there, catching him with that moonsault slam. But one thing I would suggest though, when recording a promo, is to use the backstage segment and then have the character just have like the backstage brawl and have two controllers and have the two different characters sit at different ends of that backstage arena, and just like have them there to sit, have them just stay there and do nothing for a good 40 seconds, and then use highlight reel and just record. That's the best way to record a good backstage promo. Well, but in the recent games, you have to use like the well, yeah, I'm just glad a lot of you are on this live stream paying tribute to the late Nick Gemini. Like I mentioned, how Luke Dog made a great post on Facebook. And now Teslana Bombala. Nice head scissors takedown. Damn, woohoo! Nice back suplex. The younger brother of Jamari Mito. Look at that leapfrogs. Oh, misses that spinning heel kick. That could have been a big move. But Brandon D recovers. And now, ooh, what a punch or a chop. Take down Teslana Bombala. H-Town, and now look at this. Ooh. Damn, Fisherman DDT or something. And try to get the crowd riled up. Oh man. That was definitely a botch, but I don't want to say an atomic botch just yet, but definitely it came pretty close to being an atomic botch. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not gonna say it the way a certain guy from that comedy CAW league would say it. As Teslana Bombala making a nice recovery and now working on the arm of Brandon D on the outside. Now look at this. Another head scissors takedown. As referee Maria Lopez up to a 7 count. And now we bring the action back in the ring where it belongs. And now look at this. Ooh wee. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. And now going to the top rope. Oh man, as Brandon D gets out of the way. Nice Hurricanrana. And an Irish whip. Leapfrogs. And now look at this. Tilt the rope slam. Because one thing is Brandon, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Duke Nukem. If anyone remembers that game on PC, there was even a Nintendo 64 port that I remember renting more than once. It was called Duke Nukem 64. It was definitely toned down from the PC version. Now wait, what the hell? Oh, man, what a maneuver. Look at Tombstone Gutbuster now. Oh, referee Mario Lopez took too long there in that count. Oh yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure in 2K26, but I don't have that game yet because I missed out on the sale of that discount, so I'm going to wait for the next discount to pop up. Because I hear that many parts of 2K26 isn't that good. I mean, yeah, I like the feature about blending 2 different hair colors to make it more realistic, because one thing is, like, as we're getting older, same thing with my CEWs. I mean, some of us are going to have gray hair. Look at that. Ooh, very nice maneuver by Teslana Bombala. And now look at this. Damn! Woo! Corkscrew plancha. Now look at this. Damn, I thought he was going to go for an octopus stretch, but he slammed him down. Now the cover. But only a 1 count. Taking care of on the... I can focus more on the show. And now the cover. 1, 2, and that's it. And Brandon D getting the win over Teslana Bombala. A little bit of, remind me a little bit of Duke Nukem, only because of that hairstyle. Let's get to the next match. This is going to be a 6-woman tag match. Oh wow, 8 people watching. I know a lot of people want to say that Brianna Loco is anointed, but one thing is she's definitely has earned her stripes, given who her parents are, her grandfather, her great uncle of El Tigre Rojo. 4th generation. You see here the current WCDL Women's Champion and the infamous Karen. If I was doing real quick. Angela Maravilla. Oh, Madison. Where we go with this? That's crazy so far. Under 6,000. Randy Brown has to Angelo Maravilla. Ooh, nice maneuver.
Tag to Randy Violet. Over now by Randy Violet in the 3 count. Alright, so let's go to our main event. As we have Meat. That's funny. What is it? Huh? What is it?
Now we're talking.
Shane Valentine, their tag team partner. Some videos I watched for this watch. Here comes the Guapo Lake and the tag team champions. He lost the titles to the Blackwell Dynasty. Here comes Rap, the WCDL champion.
slam by Raph. Jason, welcome. I'll be back. By Eric Blackwell III covered at 1, 2, and that's it, and getting the 3 count. Well, let's start wrapping things up. I didn't think this live stream would go for 2 hours, but yeah. But who's meat though? Like you keep saying meat whenever it comes to either of the Blackwell. So yeah, let's start wrapping things up here. So if you like what you see, give a like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends throughout all the social platforms. So with all that being said, this has been your homeboy XtremeTony. Gracias everyone for watching. And we'll see you guys on XGWL Live in a little bit. All right.